What's going on, YouTube? It's James Schreimer, Fantasy Battle Reports. I got another battle report for you today. Guys, it's been a goddamn minute. It's been a very long time. And, yeah, I've been on my hiatus. You know, I was telling, I think I was telling Joel Flint this. I was saying, you know, he's asking me if I want a game. And I was like, yeah, I'm about to get out of my hiatus soon. I need to, you know, I feel like the winter is like my hibernating season. And then as the weather warms up, I start getting back into wargaming mode. Anyways, so this is a continuation of my Hogfest videos. I started recording them before Masters, went to Masters, came back, and I've just been like brain dead. I was actually brain dead at Masters, if you guys saw my score. But yeah, so I'm just, you know, I figured I'd get back into it. Corner Hammer's coming around the corner, and I'm so excited about that. Just being honest, just being 100% honest with you guys, I'm so excited about that. I'm not like super ecstatic, but at the same time, I have a lot of friends coming from out of town. They're gonna stay with me, and I'm looking forward to seeing all these guys. It's great people that I meet in these tournaments, and that's one of the reasons why I do this. This is one of the reasons why I play these games, make these videos, and continue fighting the fight. I'll tell you right now, it's not for all the rules changes in the Orc and Goblin books. No siree, it's for the friends. Anyways, guys, let's go over this game. Now, this game is against one of my my rivals in Chicagoland area, Jake motherfucking Murphy. Yes, it is Jake motherfucking Murphy. There's a picture of Jake himself. He's about to get a drink. Actually, I think this is the only game I've ever seen him not drink alcohol in, which is a shocker, I know. But I think this is game 3, and the first 2 games, I think the first game I beat Euron. I don't remember how much my points were. Second game I lost against Schweitzer. I want to say it was a 12-8 loss. So this game right here I'm getting against Murphy, and he's bringing out his Dread Elves. Let's go over what he has. Let's go look at what I have. Now, over here, you can see he has a Hydra. He has the giant flaming guy is his Kraken. Or, yeah, it's like Hydra Kraken, or is it Hydra Charbidus? I forgot what they are. Anyways, in the back he has his Lord on a dragon. Does he have a dragon prince? I'm assuming he does. His general, though, is the girl with the wings. That's actually a character on a chariot. He has a unit of crossbows. He has another giant block of spearmen. He has a unit of acolytes and another unit of the little fast guys with the guns. As you can see, he kind of corners in the corner here. We're playing in circle, so I took the big flanks. He took the big center. I tried to play to my advantage here with ignoring the building on the right, seeing that he's deploying everything on the left. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's been so long, I'm trying to remember what I was thinking. Even this is right now, as of the time I'm recording it, it's March 4th, I want to say March 5th, and I played this game back in like November. So it's been quite a few months, okay, quite a few. So I'm trying to remember here. Part of my strategy here is obviously you got to keep everything around the general. The general is Zod. Zod's chilling in the middle. So got to keep everything in the general bubble. I want to say we're playing Breakthrough. Maybe. It looks like it is Breakthrough. But let's go from left to right. On my side, I have the A-Rock. I got the K-Pack. In front, I got the dogs, just chaff. I got my Black Orcs. Now, my Black Orcs I put on the left side because I figured they would deal with the monsters. Got my General in the middle because of leadership check, bubble. Then I have my Savage Orcs, which are 28 Savage Orcs. Got 30 Goblins with bows. There is no BSB in this list. The General's just running around with a 10 leadership. Then I got my Spider Shaman on the right. Now, part of my plan here was to get the Spider Shaman to run around the flank and just start doing pyromancy all down the flank, and there's really nothing he could do about it. Never really get there, though. And then I got my Orc Shaman on the right just to hide from any kind of shooting or magic he has. Now, he does have a lot of magic missiles. He has the Acolytes as well as a Oracle, or whatever they're called, the women, the witches. I always call him a witch, and he's like, why she gotta be a witch, man? Alright. And as you can see, this is kind of how he deployed on this side, and this is how he deployed on that side. For Vanguards, I go ahead and move my dogs like this. Now, I do this on purpose because I want to basically put up a barrier for when he shoots his crossbows that it won't hit my more important stuff. I don't care if it kills the dogs. Dogs are meant to die anyways, but it just softens the blow. My chariots aren't going to charge anything turn 1, so that's basically what I did. We're going to go to turn 1. Turn 1, Dread Elves. Drake motherfucking Murphy Dread Elves. He moves his acolytes over here. Now the acolytes are going to be a pain in the ass because that 4+ ward is just obnoxious. It's just obnoxious. He starts moving his lord, his lord, his prince, his freaking kraken all over here. Magic Face, he gets a 7 on the flux. Goes ahead and he does a pentagram of pain onto my wizard here, does 1 wound. I think this is from the acolytes. Yeah, it is. Goes ahead and he does 1 wound here onto my spider. And that's about it. Over here, we're going to go to shooting. Shooting, he's going to start shooting crossbows into my dogs. Does 3 wounds here. There's some crossbows inside this building. They're going to start shooting, and they end up killing off the rest of the dogs. This girl with the freaking, like, 1 crossbow shot, or 2 crossbow shots, goes into my A-Rock, does a wound, and it's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins, turn 1. Orcs and Goblins, turn 1. Don't have a picture of movement, but Flux, I end up getting a 3 on the Flux. And don't really have what happened. I don't think much happened. I think I tried to blow up the damn acolytes and they just ward saved everything. So we're going to go into shooting. Shooting, I'm going to shoot all these 30 shots at the acolytes. Only kill off 2. Causes a panic. They run, and I believe they actually run off the table. It's going to start off his turn 2. Dread Elves, turn 2. As you can see, him losing the acolytes kind of stunted his plan on the right. Over on the left, you can see I kind of just separated my A-Rock from the rest of the group. The A-Rock doesn't panic, but oh, I forgot to point out this guy. He has a guy on a Pegasus back there with the Twilight Cloak. So, or the Twilight Cloak's on the chariot. I forgot. But anyways, the guy on a Pegasus is annoying as hell too. A lot of this is annoying because my magic missiles I have are all on the right side, and all his guys are on the left. And my shooting is very limited, and it's also on the right side, and all his guys are on the left. So I really don't have anything to shoot his monsters, shoot his low armored guys. His guys that are infantry based are all hiding in the forest, so even if I shoot at them, it's not going to do much. He's playing a very tactical game where I am just not. My deployment is horrible. I'm looking at this, I'm criticizing myself. I see the flaws now. I didn't see them at that moment. But anyways. But he goes ahead and he moves that guy out of line of sight of my A-Rock. He's just going to go ahead. I'm using the A-Rock to check anything that wants to just march up in my face. Keeping my Black Orcs in the front. Trying not to get charged by a damn Kraken. But even though I think I would win with the 2 big units. But a combo charge between the Kraken and the Spears. And I believe the Spears actually have a banner of speed, so they could go a little bit faster or something to boost their movement. So I don't want to really get in their face either. And then I figured I'd spend a turn or 2 shooting, but anyways, this is his turn. He decides to just go for it. He decides to do a charge into my Goblins. My Goblins stand and shoot. They do 1 wound, but he fails to get in. And that's that. Magic, he gets a 4 on the Flux. And as you can see, he was checking to see if I had line of sight of his flank with the Savages. I think I do. I want to say I do. Over here, nothing really happened in Magic. Most of the stuff was out of the range, and the Acolytes ran off the damn table. I think the Acolytes do live. Acolytes do live, I want to say. Maybe. We'll find out. Shooting, these guys are going to start shooting into my Savage, or Black Orcs. They end up doing 1 wound, and that's about it. It's going to start off turn 2, Orcs and Goblins. Turn 2, Orcs and Goblins. I do charge him. I call it the Wog, I believe. I charge him, and he flees, which I wasn't expecting. I should have expected it because I saw him do it a long time ago on a Once Bitten video. He did the same exact move. Should have expected it. Didn't see it coming. That's what he did. Anyways, yeah, it looks like his guys kept running. So I go ahead and I move up here with both my Spider and my Orc Chariot, because basically I want to just try to get into his flank. And I left. Did I leave my flank open? I might have. Anyways, that's how I moved. Magic, I end up getting a Hand of Heaven off. Doing woo, Jesus Christ! I don't know what the fuck I just blasted, but I blasted the shit out of something. Holy crap! I took Thaumaturgy. Why did I take Thaumaturgy against Dread Elves? Shit, like I know. Why did I take Thaumaturgy? I thought I had Essence of the Free Mind on this one. Or did I just take Thaumaturgy? I might have just took Thaumaturgy. I think that's exactly what it was. Because at the tournament before, I had Essence of the Free Mind. In this tournament, I think I just took Thaumaturgy, which I was kind of like beating my ass about how I fought Rats, Dread Elves, and High Elves. And Pyromancy would have been great. But anyways, I did a Hand of Heaven. I did 6 wounds to something. Looks like I did it to the Kraken. And I did 4 wounds. Or 3 more. Go ahead and I do Smite the Unbeliever to lower his toughness. I go ahead and shoot him with these freaking bow, these goblins, and I end up killing it. Yeah, it's gonna start off his turn. Turn 3. Dread Elves turn 3. So he goes ahead and he moves the Prince all the way over to the right. The guy on the giant dragon all the way on the right. It looks like, I think he does that to keep the acolytes in the bubble, into the leadership bubble, so he has one more check before they run off the table. He's moving his chaff over on the left side. I don't know if you could see. You really can't see it. But the A-Rock, the Pegasus, and the K-Pack are all playing this game of angles. We're in here just trying to not get charged, but at the same time keeping the other guy honest and in line, so nobody's just running to the other side. So that whole side's kind of a clusterfuck. It's one of those games that if I had a Doom Diver, that guy would have been fucking picked off a long time ago. Because that guy's annoying the hell out of me. I have a... Yeah. Oh, you can see it here. You can see it. Look at the guys in the corner with the A-Rock. Anyways, Magic, he ends up rolling a 1 on the Flux. Goes ahead. Oh, these guys did rally. He ends up doing a Magic Missile onto my Shaman here. Ends up doing a wound. Over here, these guys are going to start shooting into my Iron Orcs. They do 3 wounds. And that's about it. It's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. I want to say I made some charges here. It looks like I did. It looks like I went for a charge with the Savages into his Spearmen, and his Spearmen ran away. They ran back, which forces me to fail that charge as well. Magic got a 2 on the Flux. Maybe that's what happened. I'm not sure. Maybe he just backed up. It's possible he just backed up. Go ahead and I do a Breath Weapon onto these guys. I end up killing off all of them except for the one champ. That one fucking champ's going to be annoying me. That's about it, though. That looks like that was my turn. It's going to start off turn 4. Dread Elves turn 4. He does the combo charge here, and this gets nasty. He's going to get into the flank with the Dark Riders. He's going to charge both the character and the Kraken into my front, and he gets in with everything but the Kraken. Now, this actually is very dangerous for him, because that character that he charged in, yeah, it does D3 wounds, and it's strength 7, and gets stronger every person he kills. But against Iron Orcs alone, that is very dangerous. My Iron Orcs could just grab great weapons and just tear them through, because he doesn't have any ward save against close combat. He only has ward save from the Twilight Cloak from ranged combat. He knew it. He was like, oh shit, this is really bad. But I think he ends up pulling ahead on this. Magic, he ends up getting a 6 on the Flux. Can't really see what he does because he doesn't have cards to it. But yeah, he you can see over here, he's hiding the guy right out of the line of sight of my Spider. He basically knows if my Spider charges his character will probably destroy me. So he's just trying to pin my Spider. My Spider's like 900 points. So he knows that. Shooting over here is going to start shooting into my general. He ends up getting a fucking wound off. What the fuck? Close combat with the Black Orcs. Now, I don't have a good picture of it. It's a very, very, very blurry picture, but you can kind of tell what happened. My Black Orcs got wiped out. It's going to start off my turn 4. And here's where I call it the Wog. I call it the Wog, and I charge. Now, my Black Orcs stick because I'm steadfast. Because he doesn't have a rank. He's not a monster rank. He's a Chariot and Light Cav. Right? Nobody's really protecting him. Now, part of it, this is the truth. I did put a couple wounds on his character, on his general. So I charged the A-Rock into the rear of his Acolytes, or his Dark Riders, which the A-Rock will rip them apart. But I charged the K-Pack into them as well, basically just giving them less chance to do any damage before we get into this fight. Right? I was basically just doing both. It looks like he had rallied his guys back there, so I charged a long bomb charge of my general into those guys just to hold them up for the objective purposes or whatever. I forgot why. Anyways, my general gets in. Looks like my Savages just march up. I think that's what it was, because I figured if his guy on the right is going to be held up with the Spider, nothing's really protecting the spear block, and I could grind down the spear block, and I'm not actually worried about losing Zod, because Zod's pretty defensive. So I go ahead and I charge on the left. You can see the A-Rock missed the charge, and that's crucial. It'll come back to bite me in the ass later. The Space Rock, Chigo, he actually passed the march check and walked out of his line of sight, and I'm still trying to kill that fucking Acolyte, but then I start thinking, maybe I could kill this dragon instead. Savages are just moving up because I need to kill that spear block, and I figure if my general holds them up for a turn or two and I could charge in the following turn, I'll get in and kill. I don't know what the hell my goblins are doing. They're just chilling back there because I know they're not really going to do too much. I think I might want to shoot the damn dragon. We'll see. But that's how the table looks, and I'm really disappointed in the A-Rock because the A-Rock could save the day over there. Losing my Black Horse could really hurt. And guys, there's a Shy Ambulance. I know you haven't heard it in a while, but there's one. Let's go on to Magic. Magic, I end up getting a Trial of Faith off, doing 2 wounds onto his prince here. I end up doing the breath weapon and just fucking killing that fucking Acolyte. Fuck that fuck. And like I said, it was really me just like struggling with the fact that I knew I should probably try to do a Hand of Heaven onto the dragon. I knew I should try to do the breath weapon to the dragon, but I really need to get rid of that Acolyte. It's going to limit his damage potential on his magic. Anyways, that was my plan. Over here, my impact hits flubs. I only get 1 guy in. The 1 guy only does 2 wounds onto his impact hits. He goes ahead and he swings. He ends up just destroying my Black Orcs, which just sucks. This sucks. And I think I left this guy with like 1 wound remaining. So this guy's running around, has 1 wound remaining. My K-Pack runs, and he ends up catching the K-Pack. I want to say with, or he lets him go because they're like leadership 6, and they just run off the table. I don't even remember. But that's just ugly. That was just an ugly, ugly turn. And, yeah, like I said, if A-Rock would have got in there and helped, did 3 wounds, a charge or a rear charge, that would, all of that combat res would have helped me, because I didn't lose that many bodies. It looks like I only lost 4 bodies on the Black Orcs and like 3 wounds on the freaking, on the chariots. I would have still had a banner, a charge, 2 wounds from the impact hits. Yeah, so if I would have had a big rear or the last 3 wounds, I probably would have won that combat. Ah, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. Anyways, so I run. Up here, he doesn't challenge. He doesn't challenge. He figured right now is his opportunity. If he goes in with the spears, he has AP3 going on, and he's gonna just rip apart my general. But I am not shitting you. This is I remember this so fucking clearly. He does like 5 or 6 wounds. He does 5 or fucking 6 wounds. And I'm like, well, I only got a 5-up ward because he goes through my armor with most of them. I'm like, well, here's 5 fucking dice. I'm like, I even said it. I grabbed the dice, I rolled it, and I'm like, he's probably fucking dead. I roll it, and it's like, boom! 6, 6, 5, 5, 5. And I was like, holy fuck. And he was just like, well, that happens. I didn't take a fucking single wound. I didn't even take a DT from the fucking trees. That is crazy. So I end up wiping out like a good chunk of his guys with Zod, and Zod is going to hold that unit. Of course, he's going to reform into ranks, which makes it harder for my charge with my savages, and I believe it's going to be his turn next, which just puts me in a very shitty spot because now his guys could spin around and charge whoever he wants. It's going to start off turn 5, Dread Elves. Dread Elves turn 5, like I said, this is really nasty. He charges his chariot into the flank of the savages, which is really bad. He's threatening my goblins with his little Dark Riders. Magic ends up getting a 2 on the Flux. Don't know what he does, but these guys are going to start shooting into my savages. Oh, he didn't. He didn't charge. I think he just moved so he could threaten me. He ends up doing 4 wounds here. Magic, that's it. That's all his turn. It doesn't look like we went anywhere with Zod. Zod probably killed a couple. He's still trying to chase down my spider, but my spider keeps on squirming away. And Magic, I end up doing a Smite the Unbeliever onto his giant dragon. Doesn't do anything. I did a Cleansing Fire onto my Orc Shaman, and I'm going to try to burn him. I end up doing like a wound, I believe. Over here, he's just trying. I'm just trying to shoot these guys. I don't think I kill any. I think I flubbed on my shots, on my shits. Are these Forest Goblins? No, they're Goblins of Bows. I'm pretty sure they're Goblins of Bows today. Anyways, turn 6, he charges in here. He's just like, fuck it. You kind of like fucked up a couple of my units. I might as well charge here. Now, he doesn't know I have Shady Gits, or if he does know I have Shady Gits, I made a mistake, and we'll go over that in a minute. But he charges in here. He finally caught my damn spider. He does 3 wounds. I stick on a Stubborn 6 this round. I do. I stick on a Stubborn 6. I'm just trying to kill that bastard. Over here, I end up doing my Shady Gits. Now, my mistake is back with the last time I played Shady Gits, Shady Gits were initiative 7. To me, that was set in stone, right? So I forgot that the +1 of that initiative was from paired weapons, because back in the day, paired weapons gave you +1 initiative. So when he goes in and he charges, he's like, haha, I'm initiative 6. And I'm like, I'm initiative 7. And he goes, what? So I go ahead and I swing with the Shady Gits. They kill 2 guys. And he ends up losing combat because I have like a banner, 2 wounds. That's it, because I don't get ranks and I don't have a BSB in that unit. He ends up doing like a wound or 2. I end up winning combat. He ends up running, and that's that. He calls me out after the game. We went to dinner at Jeff's house, and Jeff was a great host, by the way. Jeff is probably one of the best hosts I've ever been to, his house. But and he's like, they're initiative 6. And I'm like, what? I was like, nah, they're initiative 7. And he's like, no, they're initiative 6. And I was like, shit, when did they change that? And unfortunately, I cheated out Jake on that like 100 point. Well, 300 points on my army if he would have won. But 100 points, 150 points on his, something like that. Anyways, but yeah, found out the hard way. Over here, he ends up killing off my spider with his prince. My spider actually ended up doing 2 more wounds to him. But he ends up winning, and it's only like a 11-9 victory for Jake. I don't think either one of us got the objective, and it might have been flags. I think that's why he was upset about that. Might have been flags. But I don't think my general killed off his... I think I was stuck on the spears. He didn't go anywhere, and he didn't go anywhere here. So it was just like it was a small win. It was 11-9. For Jake, and yeah, it doesn't put me out of the game, but I'm not doing super hot. I mean, I have 2 small losses and a medium win. There's a second ambulance. MVP, it's not the A-Rock. A-Rock didn't do shit. The mages did alright. Zod did fucking awesome, but I don't really want to say he's the MVP. I don't know. I really didn't do much. We kind of just sat in the corner the whole game. The guy who took the most points was probably the mage. The mage killed the Hydra, didn't he? It looks like that. It looks like the mage killed the Hydra. My infantry units just got shot to shit. The Black Orcs couldn't kill his general, which they should have. They really should have. I don't think he had that much buffs on. Oh, no. Don't do that. Let's see. Oh, stupid. Sidebar. Yeah, I guess I'll just give it to Chigo. I mean, Zod kind of deserves an honorable mention, but he really didn't get that unit either. It doesn't look like he got that unit. It looks like I just grinded for like 3 rounds. Anyways, yeah, so Chigo's the MVP, kind of. Anyways, guys, I'm looking forward to making my next video. My next video is against Ben Curry here. This is my first time ever playing this guy. He's a West Coast guy, and I'm looking forward to do that. It's Dread Elves again. Yeah, I'm sorry I've delayed getting these battle reports out. I got this one with Jake. I got Ben Curry. Then I got the one against Justin Berge. Then I'm going to Masters. I fight Jake Murphy again. I forgot who my round 2 guy's name was. He's an old player who came back out of nowhere. I play Euron. I play Joe Finlayson, and then there was somebody else I played that beat me. Oh, I know who it is, but I can't say it now because now you know he beat me. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoy this game. I hope you guys enjoy the battle reports. Sorry I've been so MIA, but I promise you I'll start getting into it a little bit more. I've been trying to get into UB, play a couple more games on UB, and just get back into the swing of things. It's kind of hard when you just take such a long break, and then it's kind of hard to just break back in. Hopefully, I know that I'm rusty. I know that I'm losing games because I'm making dumb mistakes that I probably shouldn't be making. So that's part of the reason why I want to get back to making the battle reports. I don't care if you guys call me out on my bullshit. I don't care because it helps me learn it. It's actually how I learned the first time. I learned the first time by a bunch of you guys commenting and saying where I could have made a better play, what I should have done. All that kind of stuff really does help me. Looking forward to it. I actually bought my tickets to go to Serbia for ETC Team Mexico, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, guys. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna put up the next video as soon as I can make it, and until next time, take care and peace. And if you guys haven't already, go to my Patreon. I'll leave the link down below. Any donation would be helpful, helps me get to Serbia. Also, that's it. Patreon MVP. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, peace.